good afternoon, good evening to everyone. This is your future favorite potato, JustAPotato, and welcome to another video of Enigmatica 9 Expert. And today we are getting the next tier of technology and machines that we can afford. In the previous episode, OBS froze. It seems that now it's working normally. However, we did a lot of things. The main thing was getting some abyssal seawater processing as well as brine processing. All of this works very nice. And now we have around 200 ingots of yesnum and 860 lithium dust, and we are hoarding about 860 buckets of abyssaline. So everything is pretty nice. Abyssaline, we are not going to be processing it very soon, but we are just saving it for whenever we need it. However, this episode won't be on the overworld. We will take a bit of a rest from the overworld. In this episode, what I want to do is get the next tier of stuff, of technology. So that includes the elite tier installer for mechanism machines, reinforced interval components for our thermal series machines, the advanced machine frames for industrial foregoing, and for these three things we are going to need to craft Gas, Sylvanite, and runic manifold, the Afrit version of it. It's a lot of stuff to do, so let's start with it. So the first thing we can start doing is some ambrosia. We will need ambrosia for our ether gas production, so we can start by producing this. One of the things that I'm still missing to build is our mendostin mesh. So let's get into it. Very simple. We are exporting mendostin. Mendostin we are getting a lot from wheel sprigs, and then we are just importing them into our system, into a fluid cell. And we are level limiting this at 128 buckets. And that's how we are producing, basically, yes, mendostin mesh. Very simple. So this is the exact same as every other refiner. We have two inputs. In one side we are inputting mendostin mesh, and in the other one some honey fluid. And then finally we are exporting the ambrosia that is being produced. And of course we are also level limiting this at 128 buckets. It seems it uses very little honey. So that's nice, that's good to know. We have a lot of honey still. And we can just make more by crushing these honeycombs. So it doesn't seem that it's going to be needed. Now for ether gas, we need to input we need to input ambrosia into one thermodynamic processing plant. Yeah, we just have to basically connect this TVP into our pressure system. And as you can see, I changed this a bit. Now it looks cleaner. It is much more better. Now it's just a little mess. Before it was a huge mess, now it's just a little mess. Okay, so everything is clear. I also take the time to set up for the Sylvanite TPP, so we only have to connect everything. Now, what we have to do is make sure we are getting into the over 1000 degrees Celsius. But first, before that, I want to set up all of the inputs and outputs, just to see if we can cover all of the phases of the TPP. Now we could just do all of the ambrosia. I think that's what we are going to do. And what we are going to do is level limit the ambrosia in terms of how much ether gas we have in our system. I think that's going to be the most intelligent thing. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So we export ambrosia and we just import whatever is in here, and then we can say that we are importing from this side. So we need to click this block. So we are ejecting to the east, So there's not much air usage. It's just the default one. So we can put 6 balloon upgrades in here. And in Sylvanite we will put 11. Especially because this will be using more air when crafting. Here it says times 20. So I think it's going to be a good idea to, to get more pressure. I think we can just connect everything. Yes, we are importing Ambrosia, and we only need to set up the temperature. I think in the other side, in the overworld, we have it at 180 degrees Celsius, the resistive heater. Sorry, at 180 FE per tick usage. And now we are crafting ether gas. Yeah, we are going to leave it at 180. And we are now crafting ether gas. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Now what we can do is here change our level emitter. And instead of measuring ambrosia, we can measure ether gas. And that should be a better way of controlling. Because ambrosia is only used on the ether gas craft, as far as I'm concerned. Now that we are here, I think we can also set up Sylvanite. Sylvanite we can just do as much as we can. Lithium is not really used in any other thing other than crafting more lithium. But yeah, it's not really used in anything else. So we can just craft as much Sylvanite, as much lithium we have. So for here we need a capacity card. There are two things we need to export. We need to export lithium and magicite. So if we connect this, we should be exporting something now, magicite. We should be exporting lithium. Yes. And this is crafting Sylvanite. And we can just connect the import bus. And we should be importing the Sylvanite. Yes, we are. Nice, 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 nice. Now the next thing we have to do is the runic manifold, Afrit. This is going to be quite simple. We only need the Etcher tier 3. So we need to summon an Afrit, I think. Yes, I think it's the Afrit, the one we have to summon. Something that we really need to solve is the Carbonite gems situation. We have to kind of be crafting them just now, but I would like to automatize all this process, because going for border essences is quite a thing. Maybe we can set up a border farm with this soul mod, with the spirit mod. I think we should be able to do that. Nice, with this we have our friend Krukamur. It's bigger than than the rest of Etchers. No, you sick Team Sur, thank you for your work. And you know what? I think I'll save you. We have our new friend Krurakmur, which is going to be our new worker. So let's see if we can request some, although I already have some. I don't know from where, but I do have some. Let's see. Oh, there's it. Why are you walking away? But there's it. Now, with all of this, we should be able to craft all of the stuff we need. So let's just make encode some recipes. So we need to encode the advanced machine frame. We need to encode the craft for the spirited capacitator and for the spirited crystal. I think this one I already done the thing, and the last one is just this. Very simple. And then we should be able to craft everything. Let's see. So, Elite TA installer. Elite. Can I craft this? It seems I can. Let's also do the advanced machine frame. Can I craft this? It seems I can. Let's also try to request one reinforced integral component. I miss the lime dye. Oh. And as you can see, we already have our first 3 advanced machine frames. Let's try request this. Let's see if we can see the craft. One of them. Yes, here. This is crafting a diamond gear. And then it's crafting another one. And then in this one, well, it's crafting a third one. And now it's crafting the component. Oh, very nice, very nice, very nice. Nice. I'm happy. I'm really happy. We now have advanced machine frames. Now we can upgrade some of our machines. With the spirited capacitators, we can upgrade our player transmitter and the energizing bolt setup. The mechanism machines, I was going to install some blue tier card, but I ran off diamonds, so advanced tiers should suffice. Thanks to the ether gas, now we can install processing add-ons to our industrial foregoing drills and machines. We can also now change our multi-block sawmill for a 1-block sawmill and add a fluid encapsulator and pulverizer. And finally, we can also change our metal press for a multi-servo presses. So, after all of this, I went mining on the overworld. I got a lot of diamonds that we needed, and we should be able to craft all of our tier installers that we have. Yes, 128 diamonds. That's too much diamonds, but we should now be able to craft them. As you can see, I have now 800 and something diamonds. I have 7,000 of redstone and 840 redstone on ore still. I also went for some more glowstone, that we really eat a lot of this, especially when crafting cables. And one last thing I did is take out all of the purple sod network. As you can see, now I just replaced this with a storage bus in the main net, and now this is basically just reading how much source we have on our tank, and we are just sending it to wherever we need it through exports buses. So it's much more cleaner. Okay, it is stuck. Yes, this is kind of stuck because I forgot to put locking mode. Always remember to put locking mode. And I think one last thing that I didn't show on the small on the small moving all of the machines part. I moved also the machines I had in here to this place. First, because I didn't think it would fit in this place. And second, I was running out of channels in this place. So yes, I decided to just move it. And this is going to be the new zone for a variety of one block machines. Now with all of these tier installers, we can just upgrade once more all of our machines. And this should give us 7 slots. So many slots. Now every receipt will be even quicker. Yes, here we will just have to... We will hoard a lot of enriched stuff. And here we just... This is going to be super quick, not to craft stuff. Let's see if I request some iron. Ooh, this is going to be quick. This is quick. So, after editing the recording I had until now, it is a 14-minute episode, more or less. So I think it is... I think we can do one more thing before finishing the episode. And that is some preparations for next episode. So for next episode, we will be using a lot this altar here, as well as the missile cauldron. And I want to be able to autocraft with them. This, especially this natural crafting method is going to be the hardest to automate. But yeah, we can just start automating those or setting up them for automation. So next episode we don't stress about it. So the way we are doing the missile cauldron will be a bit different from any other machines. The missile cauldron has a quite different inventory method of inputting and outputting stuff. I think you can output the stuff from the bottom, but the thing is that I've been experimenting a bit with this, and you cannot output stuff from the sides or from the top, but you can input stuff from the sides and the top. So what we are going to do is just grab a pattern provider on the back. This is going to provide with the recipe stuff, and we are going to put some blocking mode just in case. Now what we want here is an interface and any kind of inventory. In this case I will put an omnidirectional hopper in direction of the interface, and I'll be using an starbunkle, this little friend. What we can do is say that the starbunkle will extract from the missile cauldron and will insert to this omnidirectional hopper, and whenever we are setting up a receipt for this missile cauldron, we can give him one item scroll with allow, so we can allow him to extract an item from the missile cauldron. I will also test this, and if you don't give him any kind of filter, it will extract any item that it is in the missile cauldron. It doesn't matter if it is in the output or in the input spot or even in this kind of catalyst spot. It will take any item inside this inventory. So that's why we want to give this guy an item scroll allow with the item that we want to extract from this missile cauldron. So we only get the output from here. That's basically the idea. Yeah, so basically the same. But now we can just grab a everlasting spring, a couple of fluid transporters, and one speed add-on in tier 2, and we can say we want this missile cauldron to be the one that outputs water. So there is it. This one always has water, and this one will be on requested liquids. And basically we can just say to this starbunkle to take items from both cauldrons. So we only use one hopper and one interface. I think this is going to be the best thing. So before actually setting up all of the mechanisms for this altar, I just wanted to show you how many cables I got back from our purple subnetwork, and they are just so many dense smart cables. So this is the This is the idea. It is quite... I was thinking of how doing this, and it is indeed a bit weird the way we can automatize this, and I don't expect this to work at the first attempt. We for sure will have to tweak some stuff here, but as you can see, the first change, the first noticeable change is that there is a lot of dirt path, and this is most blocks, and this on the center is the only grass block we have here. This is because we are using these imperceptible builders. These builders. Now there are three things we have to take into consideration when building this farm. Sorry, this autocrafting method. We have to make sure that the items get inserted into this wooden stand, and the sapling gets planted here in this grass block. We have to make sure that gold powder is positioned in this, it is placed in these moss blocks and in this shape, and we have to make sure that the tree grows. Those are the three things that we have to always make sure. The first 2 points, we are doing this in this way. We are using 3 imperceptible builders, and on top we have item bolts. These item bolts, because they share, they share inventory, it will be shared between these 3 imperceptible builders that place blocks in the blocks that are set in these item frames, and this one takes blocks from the item bolt. So that's why we have 3 item bolts, and we don't have any barrel or chests or stuff like that. We are using item bolts. So they will take gold powder from this item bolt, which has a storage box filtered with gold powder and with a higher priority. So this will take the gold powder from the item bolt and place it on the moss blocks here above. Then we have another imperceptible builder with a barrel on top in this case, and an item frame with a filter on grass block. That means that it will plant the sapling that we gave to the barrel in this grass block and not in any other grass block around. You have to take into consideration that the imperceptible builder has a range of 5 blocks. So anywhere 5 blocks, it should plant the sapling in the place that you set it up to plant. And that's why I have these dirt paths, so it doesn't plant saplings in any other place other than this grass block. We have this model router, which is giving power to these 2 other model routers. Each model router will represent a different crafting recipe. This one is going to be doing the recipes that has 5 items as an input, and this one 8 items as an input. And we are using the same ideas we are doing on the enchanting apparatus. So we use a puller module that pulls the items from the barrel. Then it places first the items on the wooden stands, and finally on this barrel above here, which is going to plant the sapling. And finally we have this vacuumulator, which will take the items, the crafted items, and any sapling that gets dropped, and sends this back to the system, so the craft is completed. That's the idea. That's this kind of weird machine. And the last thing I have to figure out is how to grow the sapling. We have to make sure we can grow the sapling. And I think I'll put a turret somewhere. But I'll put a turret with this spell here. But instead of touch, maybe I'll use a projectile or AoE. I still don't know how I will do that. But I'll get back with you whenever whenever I figure out how to do it. So I think I got it. Yes, I think I got it perfectly to work. I haven't tested any craft yet, but I think this should work. I already explained how are we inputting stuff. One thing I changed is for this imperceptible builder, instead of a barrel, I put a smart chest. especially because we can filter these ones. I think it's going to be best to filter this just in case this router decides to send the wrong item. So I think it's going to be intelligent to filter this input just in case. I don't think it's needed, but just in case. Then what I did is to grow the sapling. What I did is set up a smart observer at the side of our storage block above the builder that plants the sapling. I put an observer and a redstone link. Whenever there is a sapling here, this observer will set a redstone signal, activating this link that links directly to this block here, that sends a redstone signal to this, and after 7 seconds it will send a redstone signal to another redstone link, which is the one we have here above, that is connected to a pulse extender that will turn off these two things for 7 seconds. And in these 7 seconds, this turret will be able to shoot this spell that is casting. So projectile plus sensitive plus grow. Theoretically, it should send between 7 and 6 shoots each time we make a craft. I make it like this because if the tree is very unlikely that it will grow on one shoot, so we need to shoot several times before actually it grows. We can test this very quick by grabbing any sapling, and then we should put this in this smart pest. It plants it, and then after 7 seconds this should shoot for 7 times. 5, 6, 7. Oh, 2 more. And as you can see, now this grows. So we make sure that this sapling here grows. Now, I don't think you don't need this pulse repeater. This is quite of a safeguard. So we make sure that after the sapling is planted, that every gold powder is set in these moss blocks. There shouldn't be any problem. And we shouldn't be needing this. But it's just a safeguard, just in case. Maybe we can just put it as 5 seconds. But it's just a safeguard. We don't need it, but it's a safeguard. And we should be able to do most crafts that requires this nature aura crafting recipe method. Oh, this should be everything that we need. Now we can use a gold powder. We can just put it on the bolt. It should be here. Yes. And it sets up. Let's see if we can craft something. Let's craft an strenuous fire starter. Okay, all of the items are not in order. But it works. What? Wait, what? So it doesn't matter? I thought it mattered. Let's request 2. I thought the order mattered. So it doesn't matter. Okay, so all of the encoding stress was for nothing. Okay, it doesn't matter. You know, I thought this mattered because once I was doing batch craft in this kind of crafting method, and I got one item wrong in wrong position and it didn't craft, and then I just retry it, putting on the right position, and it just craft normally. So that's why I am a bit surprised that it worked. But yeah, now we have all of this able to autocraft. That's very nice. And well, that's everything for this episode. We did a lot of stuff. Very nice, very nice. I really liked everything we did. We finally have better components. That means better machines and less lag. There are still some things that we can keep updating in our base, especially ore processing. We should be able to craft the crystallizer now. And the crystallizer basically allow us to do this much of crystals, of ingots. So the iron shard, you get 1 iron shard per 1 dirty iron dust. And with 9 of these, you should be able to triple the amount of ingots you get. And then it's the regular process. But yeah, we should be able to even multiplicate even more our processing. But I'll see that later. We have a lot of copper. We still have a lot of crude iron. Of silver we have a lot. Of nickel we still have a lot also. The thing with this crystallizer thing is going to be very useful with osmium. Although we still have a lot of osmium, it's going to be very useful for osmium and for yesnium. Although again, yesnium we really don't use it that much. And osmium is almost the same thing. We use it a lot, but not really in very large quantities like we use iron or copper or nickel. So it's not really a priority right now. Whenever we are low on osmium or yesnium, I'll have to see on upgrading our processing, because if we are also using crystallizer, then I also want to set a subnetwork in that place and change all of that bolts and stuff we have there for a proper ME system. And of course we also improved our autocrafting capabilities, and really being able to autocraft using that nature's aura crafting method, and also being able to autocraft with the Mitchell Cauldrons from Hexrei is going to make our lives easier. And of course I'll have to find a way to also autocraft more stuff from Hexrei. So for example, gold powder. I also have to see to autocraft these drying rack receipts as well as cutting board receipts. So yeah, there is still a lot to autocraft. But yeah, it's a very big upgrade what we did in this episode. And next episode we will finish with all of the big upgrades with energy production and aura production and logistics. It's going to be quite an exciting episode. So yeah, if you're still here, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next episode. And as always, I hope you have a better day, because it can always be better. And I'll see you on next time. Bye.